Donald and I came up from Guildford this morning. Well, I should say midday. We totally miscalculated. Couldn't even park the car, let alone get the train quickly. All the stations were shut in London, it seemed. But I did have a chance to see a family going to the Jubilee celebration. So I wrote my Diamond Jubilee poem on the train. "Look at me," says Dad. She's busy with her pink umbrella. Seahorses and fish swim round it. It isn't raining yet. "Smile," he says. She puts the handle of the pink umbrella between her teeth and smiles through it. "Here," says Mum, "wave your flag." She waves a blur, returns to the pink umbrella. Mum waves the flag, balances her paper cup of railway tea in her other hand. "That's a good one," says Dad. But here's the train, pausing in its self-important way before it releases its load. We file on, the pink umbrella and the flag both furled. She'll remember later only her pink umbrella with the seahorses swimming round it. This is a rather silly little poem called Travelling. It's based on, I think it was Kate Middleton smirking in a convertible in Paris. She was smirking in a convertible in Paris. He was frowning in a streetcar in Saigon. She was beaming on a bendy bus in Blackpool. He was frowning in a transit van in Tring. She was laughing on a steamboat bound for Dixie. He was tearful in an Amazon canoe. She was chuckling on a Chattanooga choo-choo. He was snarling in a boxcar in Peru. He was weeping on a liner bound for Sydney. She was sorry on a lorry by Loch Lomond. He was smiling on a bicycle in Iceland, and she was glad to see him walking up her street. On Tuesday, Venus passes before the sun and attempts an eclipse. It really isn't going to succeed. It tried in 2004 and didn't, because its shadow is far too small. But I wrote this poem called Venus in Transit, in Venus's honour. The transit lounge is packed at midday. She arrives in the astral plane. Venus is in the house, not a star, but the next best thing. The dapper, suntanned men stop stroking laptop keys. The lone women with gleaming lips stop crossing and uncrossing their legs. The tired families stop bickering and sit up on the stained benches. Venus is in transit. 5 hours ago, she was a Sumerian ladyboy in morning star mode. This evening, she will be sensual, hot and tender, a rare steak, a pungent durian fruit, a handful of sticky clay with breasts like pomegranates. The paparazzi are seething in the ticket hall. They heard Venus is to co-star with the sun, and rumour has it she will seek to eclipse his heavenly old body with her own. I started to get Saga magazine delivered to me without asking for it, sometime after I was 50. God knows how they know these things. I'm not telling you what date that was. It has some very strange advertisements at times, and I noticed this one, "Start living your tomorrow from today," in last month, so I wrote this. Cross your closest friends off your Christmas list and write "dead" across their names. Begin ordering all your food online. Don't leave the house. Ignore people if they speak quietly, and tell them not to shout if they speak loudly. Get a state-of-the-art hearing aid. Don't wear it. Fit a stair lift. It's never been easier, says Saga magazine. Move closer to your doctor's surgery. Wear a support stocking and or a truss, whether you need it or not.
Oh, yeah.
Take a new driving test. Fail it by driving the wrong way on roundabouts. Remind any young people you meet that you've seen it all before. Get a cat and overfeed it. Ring radio shows to complain about decimalisation and the price of cat food. Write poems about getting old.